So let's just take a few minutes and get your trading journal set up. There's two tools I like to use. One is Evernote. The other is a tool called Greenshot. And you can see the website here. It's a Windows-based screenshot program. It's free. It's great. I love it. The instructions are here, but any screenshot program will do. So now let's go back to Evernote. So let's create our first notebook. And we're going to hit the plus button. It's a little bit different if you're using the web client or Mac client or the Windows client. They're all just a little bit different where you add notes and everything. So we're going to create our first trading journal. And usually I'm going to right click and rename that. What I do is I have them based by year. So there's my trading journal for 2017. Now inside of a notebook, we're going to put notes. Now all we do is click the new note button. And what I do is I name it 2017, and then I use the month to be part of the name, and then the financial instrument, like in this case, Apple. Now I have my note for the entire month of September for Apple, and I'm going to put everything for September of 2017 for Apple in just this one note. I won't add anything else like IBM, the Great British Pound, oil. I'll have one individually for each one of those, and you'll see why in just a second. Now as I get into the note, I'm going to put the day, and that's going to help organize our trading journal within this monthly note. And I usually make this a little bit bigger so it stands out for each day. So then under this day, I'm going to go back and change the font back to about a 12. I will type whatever my trading notes are or thoughts originally. Then I also include a screenshot. Now let's look at doing that. So we're going to go to our chart, and I'm going to take a screenshot here, and then I'm going to insert it into my note. And I do that by going back into my note, getting my cursor, hitting the paper clip, and then going to my desktop, which is super full, and then scrolling down and finding this Apple screenshot. Now I have my notes and I have my screenshot for the day. Now this part in particular is why I like Evernote. Do you see the little A over to the left? If I want to annotate this, it's going to let me annotate on the chart. I can make an arrow. I can change the color of the arrow. I can change the square to a line. And I could draw a trend line on here if I needed to. I could change the thickness of a trend line. I can also put some notes on here by clicking this A. Then all I have to do is actually close this chart, this annotation. And there you see I have my marked up chart and my chart notes, and I'm good for the day for Apple. I've made my notes. Now I usually do this. I put the cursor up here, and you'll see I have a line break, and it puts a line break in there. And what that does is allows me to then just copy the date, put another date up here, change this to a new day. Let me change the font back down. Add my new notes, and I could insert a chart here, and it pushes it down. That way I can scroll down in date order or scroll up. That's just the way I prefer to do it. So what do I do if I have like the Great British Pound? It's pretty simple. I'll just close out of the Apple right now. I'll go back into Evernote, and you can see here I'm going to make a new note, and the title of that would be Again, the year, the month, and like the Great British Pound US dollar, I'm going to click down here. That's going to save the note. I'll close out, and then you'll see that I have two separate notes here. And when it becomes the next month, I'll make a new note for the Great British Pound and Apple in this example. So this is just a couple of ideas for you. You can use whatever format you like. I used to use paper, but it just took up too many notebooks. Notebooks would get lost. Now I use an electronic format that's free, and I'm able to go back and review things and keep things and categorize things in a way that really helps me to review so that I can continue to train my brain to be a more successful trader. Thanks for spending some time with me right now, and I'll see you back in the trading lessons.